Hi everyone, I'm Melaine from English Made Easy. I'm an English teacher and would like to help you to learn English in an easy and interesting way. Poems are a very interesting way to learn English. You can recite them and improve your spelling, vocabulary, and pronunciation. In today's video, I will be reading a funny poem to you called Louder Than a Clap of Thunder by Jack Prelutsky. Well, you must have heard a lot of loud sounds like sirens, horns, but what can be louder than a clap of thunder? You'll have to listen to the poem to find out. Let me start. This sound is definitely louder than a clap of thunder. So, what's the sound? Louder Than a Clap of Thunder by Jack Prelutsky. Louder than a clap of thunder. Louder than an eagle screams. Louder than a dragon blunders or a dozen football teams. Louder than a four-alarmer or a rushing waterfall. Louder than a knight in armor jumping from a 10-foot wall. Louder than an earthquake rumbles. Louder than a tidal wave. Louder than an ogre grumbles as he stumbles through his cave. Louder than stampeding cattle. Louder than a cannon roars. Louder than a giant's rattle. That's how loud my father snores. Now you know what that loud sound is. Well, let me go through the poem slowly now. Louder than a clap of thunder. Well, it's louder than a clap of thunder. Louder than an eagle screams. Louder than a dragon blunders. What's a dragon? You know what a dragon is, right? And what does blunders mean? Blunders means moving about in a clumsy manner. So louder than that. Or a dozen football teams. 1 dozen is 12, so a dozen football teams. Louder than a four-alarmer. What's that? It's the alarms at a fire station. The bigger the fire, the more the alarms. So, louder than a four-alarmer. Or a rushing waterfall. Louder than a knight in armor jumping from a 10-foot wall. A knight wearing armor and jumping from a 10-foot wall. Imagine the sound that would make. Louder than an earthquake rumbles. Louder than a tidal wave. Do you know what a tidal wave is? A large sea wave that is formed during a bad storm. Louder than an ogre grumbles. What's an ogre? A giant creature from fairy tales. Imagine him grumbling. So louder than an ogre grumbles as he stumbles through his cave. Stumbles. Hits one foot against something and almost falls. Stumbles through his cave. Louder than stampeding cattle. What's a stampede? A big group of animals running in fear, falling over each other. That's a stampede. Stampeding cattle. Louder than a cannon roars. A cannon is a large gun placed on wheels that shoots big bullets that are shaped like balls. You can see one in the picture there. Louder than a cannon roars. Louder than a giant's rattle. A giant and rattle. What's rattle? The noise of things hitting against each other. Louder than all these things. That's how loud my father snores. I hope you enjoyed this poem and I hope you have learned a lot from it as well. My next video will be an interesting story. And after you watch that as well, you can decide whether you learn best through poetry or prose. Until then, I'll say cheerio.